Welcome back to Salty Beach. Today you only get one Salty Beach, and that's going to be Carrie. Reason why? Dennis doesn't like roller coasters. And today we're at opening weekend of Cedar Point 2022. This is going to show you one of those videos of parks that are close to us by our hometown. Lucky for us, we live in it within about an hour. One of the world's biggest roller coaster parks, Cedar Point. I'm going to show you some of the ins and outs for someone that hasn't been here before. Some of the people that have been here, people like me, been here every year for their entire life. What we're looking at now is the main causeway. This is the entrance into the park. You're going to see right from the beginning, look at all these roller coasters. Dead center, that blue and white one, that's Corkscrew. It's been around since the mid-'80s. To the left, that's Valraven. It's one of the newer coasters. When I was a little kid, that Corkscrew was a showstopper. That was the thing to see. And look how tiny that is compared to one of the small hills of one of the newest rides, Valraven. It's amazing how this park has changed. What hasn't changed is the fun. There's so many things to see and do in this park. You don't have to be a coaster enthusiast, but it definitely helps. Take a look at some of these rides. It's pretty cool. Today I'm going to show you some of the roller coasters, but believe it or not, I forgot to take a ton of video of roller coasters. So I'm going to make a promise to you that I'm going to come back and I'm going to do my top roller coasters of Cedar Point, and we're going to go through at least the top 5, the best ones. So stay tuned for that one coming up in the next couple weeks. Here is one fun sneak peek though. One of my kids was able to catch me on the Maverick, one of my favorite rides. 70 miles an hour, fast as can be, crazy G-force. Gotta do that one. Of course, not all roller coasters at Cedar Point have to be huge. This here is a classic. It's called the Mine Ride. This ride, full of sarcasm and fun. Right next to it, though, you're gonna see Steel Vengeance. This actually used to be one of the biggest wooden roller coasters on the planet. Problem with what it was really painful. People loved the ride. Couldn't ride it. It hurt. It was too big, too long, too clunky for a wooden roller coaster. They changed it to a steel track. Unbelievable. One of the best rides. This ride, not quite open yet for 2022. When it opens, expect a 2 to 3 hour wait. People are happy to wait. It's that much fun. Promise you. It's kind of crazy. Coming up here, this is one of the old, kind of the fun things about Cedar Point. This is a train ride that takes you from the beginning of Frontierland all the way to the back of the park. Just got some fun animatronics, things that you can take your kids on. Sit back, enjoy a little bit. You know, it's a good time when it's hot in the summer to get away from some of the heat for a few minutes. Taking a, just a casual ride. It's fun. You get to see things. Cool stuff is, you're looking at the animatronics of the park there, but then you're also seeing some of the old roller coasters and just the scenery. Good way to see things. We had just passed back there. That was Gemini. That was one of the older ones. What you're looking at right here is actually Snake River Landing, I believe is what they're calling it, or Snake River Expedition is what it is. It's a boat ride. We haven't been able to see it. Again, not quite open yet for 2022. But we'll be back. We'll be able to check it. It'll be fun. You're also looking at Millennium Force in the back. That's one of the tallest and the fastest roller coasters in the world. I'm a roller coaster enthusiast, and even that one's a little much for me. I'll do it. Probably won't admit to a lot of people that it scares me. But that one's it's a little big. It's a lot of fun, but it's big.
What have we done under the sun? Yes, I'll come back to you, then I'll ask what...
This is a fun roller coaster to talk about. This actually used to be called Mantis. It was a stand-up roller coaster. One of the things that Cedar Point has learned, when it hurts, doesn't get an audience, they've changed this one as well. We're now at Rougarou. They changed the seats from standing into sitting. Unfortunately, still kind of hurts. This is a good one to get on because it's never got more than a 15-minute wait. Problem, you're not going to ride it more than once. Gives you a headache.
To be free, be away, big breath that you can't fake. Once you've begun, press my face to the back, all the pillars that stack.
This is where you're going to see the biggest change in Cedar Point this year. That covered bridge right there used to be the bridge that the Cadillac cars drove through. Cadillac Cars is a classic. Got a lot of heat from Cedar Point when they decided to take that out. A lot of the people like me that have been at Cedar Point every year for 40 plus years, that was a destination that everyone went to. And when they said, hey, we're going to take this out and put in a restaurant, didn't sit well with a lot of the fans. Will say, maybe not, wasn't the worst thing that they did. It's the new farmhouse restaurant that they put in. We actually went in to eat, but we decided that the line was a little bit long, so we went someplace else. So I'll show you what it is. Place we went to, again, though, kind of had the same menu. So they're going in with a little bit more of this, I'd say, better dining. This was a smokehouse. Same thing at the farmhouse. I was able to get some of the best burnt ends I've had in a really long time. Great food, decent priced. You know, you get one meat, one side, some cornbread. I think it was like $17, but I will say it was really, really good. They've also elevated kind of the sweets too. Of course, you can get cotton candy. Of course, you can get taffy. You can go to a place like this with Sweet Spot. It's park made fudge, saltwater taffy. They actually had some of the local bakeries. They had one of the bakeries that's actually close to us that's famous for her French macaroons. They actually had it at the park. So it was kind of neat seeing some of the local people that were able to be represented in the park as well. In addition to, as far as the food, they do have a lot of the brand names. You've got Chick-fil-A, there's Subways. There's a lot of those other types of things. So no matter what you're into, you're going to find something to eat. I think that's one of the biggest things that I took away from Cedar Point this year is the quality of the food they have, the variety of food they have, and in addition, the value of food for the year. They have a lot of different packages. You can buy a $35 package that will give you drinks for the rest of the year. Every 15 minutes, you can go to one of the freestyle machines and get a drink. They actually have daily food passes. I think it's $45 and you got 2 meals with your drinks. They have other passes that include meals for the entire season. I think it was about $125, $135 for meals for the entire season. You can have 2 meals a day. They have other ones that actually include snacks. You can get food every 15 minutes. So a lot of value there. A lot of ways to kind of be able to budget and plan for your day. If you're only there one time a year, you're going to be able to get a package for that day. Or if you're a season pass holder like us, you can pay one price, have your meals for the rest of the year. Obviously, it's smart on Cedar Point because it encourages you to keep coming back. We hear a lot of locals eat lunch and dinner at Cedar Point every single day. Nothing wrong with it. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you have any questions, let us know. Appreciate you watching the video. See you guys soon. Thanks.